on me. And then I had one that went to a visit and her mom let her drive. She got in a car accident. She was only 15 years old. And I'm like, and she was like, don't tell, please don't tell, because then they won't let me go see her again. And it hurt me to have to tell, but it was for her safety only, for her safety. Yeah. And that girl hated me ever since. She was just like, I can't stand you, you a snitch, and now I can't see my mom for another 6 months, and blah, blah. And I kept explaining to her, what if it was a bigger truck that hit you and you would, you know, something really would have happened to you.
Oh, yeah.
And so, you know, I said, I have to report some things. You know, I'm your friend. I'm here for the shoulder.
Yeah.
But I have to, this is my job.
Yeah.
Like, you know, at some point in time, you have to tell them, like, this is the job.
Yeah.
Point blank.
Yeah.
So,
it's just a process. I have to.
It is. But did you have, like, one experience that was very difficult?
Oh, yeah. So, the one I will say is, I ain't gonna say her name, but we were at Walmart, and all the girls, Mr. B would always tell me, watch the girls, and I know they stole, but when they had money, you know, you want them to have some freedom. These teenagers.
Right. Yes.
So when we went to Walmart, I did my own thing, but this was our last visit at Walmart, any gas station, anything.
Yes.
So we went to Walmart, and the girls split up. So you know, I was letting them know one by one when I seen them, hey, y'all round up, let's go.
Right.
So the last 3, I can't find them. So I remember passing by this one particular one, and I seen how she was operating with her buggy. Clearly, she's stealing stuff.
Right.
So I was like, I see what you're doing. I went right by the buggy, and I said, I see what you're doing. I said, and you need to stop, and we finna go.
Right.
When I get to the front, they calling me to the front. So I'm like, oh Lord, one of them done got in trouble. So when I get there, you know, and mind you, I had all 3 of my kids with me. I think I had just picked them up from school. And so he says, she said that she was stealing this stuff for you. Thank God it was size 4s and 5s and 6s, and I was a 10 and 11 and couldn't fit it because they was trying to arrest me. They thought that I had them girls in there stealing for me, and she's in there like you know, after she done said, you know, she's in the little office or whatever, and she's like, they said you that you told her to steal these things for her. I said, well, sir, I'm glad that I can't fit none of this. If she was stealing it for me, none of it's my size or my kid's size. And so, long story short, she got arrested or whatever, and boy, I was so mad. I did not want that little girl to come back to the group home, but she probably had to do, what, 4 hours or something like that, and then we had to go back and get her. I was so mad. So it gets to you. You know what I'm saying? And I could have, and then what if it was my size? Or what if all the girls would have said, yes, Miss Toya said steal this stuff for her. And here I am going to jail with my kids, and now my kids got to be placed somewhere like y'all. Like, it's just not fair. So you got to be careful. Like, you love them like they're your kids, but you have to make some strong decisions.
You do. And some of them, God, let me tell you something. God puts people on earth for different reasons, and some of them do just what they're supposed to do. That means to cause havoc and to push others to be the greatness of who they're supposed to be. So everybody put on this earth is not supposed to be angels. I'm gonna tell you that now. So and you do come in contact with those spirits. And at that time, I was into church, and I was deep into my walk to where some of the stuff was really affecting me. And so I had this incident where the girls came. It was a new girl that came. To me, she was new, but everybody knew her. And she kind of like wanted to like kiss everybody butt, like to make them like her and stuff like that. And I kept telling her, you ain't got to do that. They don't like you. Go in your room and, you know, be by yourself. And so they just make her do some crazy stuff. So they had like got some of her personal items and stuff, and I guess they put it on the videos and stuff, and was calling her names and stuff like that. And she kind of let it go. That wasn't good enough. So it was a ringleader, and she had got all the other girls to kind of first it was supposed to be the one girl and another girl fighting, and she was gonna videotape it, but the girl got scared, so she didn't want to do it because she felt like it's not no play game no more. Y'all really want to fight me. So she ran to the next door neighbor. Now mind you, I'm in the office the whole time doing all my paperwork, thinking they in their rooms, and you know, getting ready for bed. And so and I heard the door open, so when I went and asked who was at the door, they was like, somebody left something in the van, they could be right back there. So I ain't thinking of it. I went back and sat back down and finished the paperwork. And they had to chase the girl, videotape the girl, chase her to another neighbor. She was running from them and ended up going into the garage. And they was beating her in the garage when the owners came out of their home into the garage.
Yes.
And before I knew it, I heard ambulance and stuff and the police. I was like, I know it's them. Like, you, sometimes they like the children, you already know. You be like, it's them.
Yeah.
And they always leave one in the house.
It was
kind of like distract
neighborhood. It was a nice neighborhood.
Yes. And they always leave one to kind of distract you. So when I was coming out of the office, I was like, I know that's them where they at. And she was like, oh, that ain't them. They in the backyard and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, move out the way. Like, she was trying to get me not to go out the door. I was like, move out the way. By the time I got to the door, the ambulance, everything, and it was the one that was videotaping was coming back down the street. And I said, what you did? And she was like, I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing. And she was like, she gonna be all right. I said, well, if y'all didn't do nothing, who gonna be all right? So I left it.
Right.
And then they wouldn't let me go up there where the scene was. They waited till they got her in the ambulance. Just I'm saying the ambulance, and took her to the hospital. And then they called us. When I got up there to get the girl, I called someone to cover my shift until I got back. When I got back from the little girl, when I went to the hospital, they was like, her face is so messed up.
Yeah.
Her eyes was closed. And her lip was bust.
Bulge in her head.
Yes.
What did they hit you with?
Yes. And she was like,
Miss in the pictures. I was like, I cannot believe it.
And the thing that hurt me the most was not only that y'all videotaped it, and you see her already in pain.
Yeah.
And she's begging, stop, stop, stop.
Yeah.
And when I went and picked her up and stuff, the thing she said is, you think they still mad at me? And I just looked at her face and I was like, don't worry about that. They going to jail.
Yes.
I was like, I'm going to make sure they go to jail.
Yes.
And she was like, no, it's going to get worse. And I said, no, it ain't. And she just really in her heart wanted them to, she thought it was over with. Y'all don't beat me. It's over with.
Yeah.
So the next morning, they did get arrested the next morning. I had to push the issue. That's right. She had to come back to the home, and they all was in the living room. They all watched her, and I said, "No, you're not sleeping in your room. Go in the office. You sleep in the office with me."
Yeah.
I called, did all the paperwork, and I told the social worker, you have to come get her. You know, I know it's the middle of the night, but she can't be here. You're not allowed to be in the same home. The victim and the suspect not supposed to be in the same home. So they thought they erased the video, but they put it on viral. It went on YouTube.
Yeah.
So when we got there the next morning to the judge, they pulled it up automatically.
Wow.
And arrested them all. And they couldn't believe why they was getting arrested. I'm like, this is assault.
Yes.
And the whole ride down there, okay, the victim was in one car.
And the one I ain't touching, but you're an accomplice because
you sat there and recorded. She went down too.
No help. Yes,
and the whole time riding down there, they was accusing me of being a snitch and I can't stand you, blah blah. Talking the whole. I'm like, y'all, do y'all know what y'all did to that girl? So they got arrested, but the person that owned the house went back and got them and brought them back to the house. And I kept telling him they can't be in the same house with her. Just leave them down until the social worker come get her. Yeah. But he came and got him anyway. This little girl went to the refrigerator, and the one who was videotaping was at the refrigerator, and I had to clock out. It was my shift to leave, and they was at the refrigerator, and she was like, the little girl face all messed. I'm talking about big hole, things all in her face, and she couldn't see out of one eye, and she was like, "Good morning." And the one on videotaping and talking about, "B, don't talk to me." I said, "You coward." I was so mad at that girl. Yes, I was like, "You coward. You wanted her the whole time, but you wouldn't fight her. You had all them girls jump on her." Yeah. And she was like, "Ain't you supposed to be clocked out?" I said, "Yes, I'm clocked out." I said, "If you was my age, I would do you right now." Yes. Right then I knew. I said, "This is not the job for me, Lord." I cried that whole weekend. I kept calling and checking on. I said, "Don't let them in the same room." Don't, you know, it was just, and that social worker waited 2 days before she came and got that girl. And I saw pictures of her face and everything. Yeah. That whole weekend she had to sit there with the people that beat her.
And when I got there a couple days later, her face still was swole real bad.
Yes. I was like, oh
that's
Lord.
So sad.
And her, I did, keep in contact with and everything. She had 2 children after that. And when she got out, yes, she did.
Okay.
But She's just a sweet little thing. And I just
she
didn't
was.
think why y'all dominated her like that, you know. But some people are just not who God intended for them to be.
And there's a couple I did not keep up with. So
Right.
You know which ones you know. You don't have to call me. Jesus.
Yes, don't.
Lord have mercy. Do not.
Yes.
I think that particular one who that recording, she reached out to another girl.
Yes.
It was like she was trying to get in contact with me. Girl, just how you contacted me, I know she's trying to contact me. No,
That's
ma'am.
right. Yes, yes.
I'm so glad I got that bullet because that's the one I was trying to adopt.
Yes. And I prayed over her and prayed over her, and I'm like, she said, I'm changing. I said, okay. You know, that was when she was going from the group home. She was still contacting me. I'm changing. I said, well, good. Let God change you. I said, because you weren't right.
That same particular one when she left, that girl did, she had attempted murder because she had somebody trying to drink some bleach.
Yes. And scared to fight. I said, you're still a coward. I said, wait, this is fight the girl. You trying to kill her with some bleach.
14 years old trying to get her. And then she took down a girl with her because she was with her trying to let the girl drink some bleach.
Yes.
Them girls do some stuff. Y'all put y'all hands around y'all kids and do what y'all need to do to not let these kids up group homes.
That's right.
That is not where it's at.
It's not. And I getting like cameras and stuff in our group home. We didn't have any. You know, the ones that we didn't know about, but you know, I found out that you know who he is. He had some, and it was his personal cameras that he was videotaping.
Wow.
The place is closed down now. But anyway, I didn't really like it because that same reason the Lord had told me that he was going to misuse the videos.
Wow.
You know, so I was like, I don't like the cameras because you know, the places that it was at, it shouldn't have been. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but that's how she got caught, was the place that she moved to had cameras in the common areas.
Right.
And they with the bleach, they was in the kitchen when they was trying to do the bleach and put it in the girl's drink. So that's how, and that's how they know the girl did drink it. Like she drunk it and got sick.
Wow.
And they didn't know what it was, so they had to do the camera back. But if they didn't do the camera back, they would have got away with it.
Yeah.
You know, so you would think that they don't do stuff like that, but they do. And my verse is on second chances, and it is Galatians 3:13. Bearing with one another, and if one has a complaint against another, forgiving each other, as the Lord has forgiven you, so you also must forgive. So that verse right there is for the parents, because I know I was a parent, and you know, at that time, and it was difficult for me what I went through with my children, you know, and so to know that somebody can take your child and it's not just going to a relative anymore. They're in a place where you don't have access to. You have to get court orders to go and visit.